Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Fanie Naude here, and welcome to our next episode in how to get clients online. This is going to be creating your offer and your marketing message. This is going to be quite an interesting video where we discuss some examples as well, how exactly you want to position your offer and how to create the marketing message that's going to deliver this to the market. So stay tuned for the rest of this video and let's jump right in. So let us start off by saying, if you did not watch the first episode of, picking your niche or, choosing your target market and doing all of those research, please go back now and go through it to do the work first. Otherwise, this video is most probably not going to make sense, because everything that we're going to do now is going to build on that first foundation of your specific target market, because this is going to be working on the defined current and desired situations of your specific niche or of your specific target market that you want to be doing. So this is going to be extremely easy if you already have a great understanding of what exactly your niche is going through, what the current situations is, what the desired situations is. So let us start off by saying, okay, great. Now that we have those defined, we want to create an offer. Now, the way we think about this is more in the line of, okay, if you have your current situation and desired situation of your niche, you realize that they want to go from point A to point B. What you want to be doing is you want to position your offer as the vehicle or as the guide from where they are now to where they want to be going. As simple and as easy as that. If that message or as that offer hits the target market and they feel like, oh yes, that's exactly where I am, or yes, that's exactly where I am, and yes, I want to go there, and oh, you guys can take me there, great, I want to work with you. Now that's the reaction of yes, I want to work with you, or yes, I want to find out more. That's exactly what your marketing message is supposed to accomplish by delivering that message of your offer to the specific niche. Because if someone is searching for a solution, or they're having a specific painful problem and they want a solution, and you come and you say, hey, I'm the person that's going to solve that problem for you. I'm going to take away that pain and I'm going to take you exactly where you want to be going. It's going to be like, okay, how can I work with you? How can I work with you? Or have you done this before? Do you know what you're doing? And if the credibility checks are there, then it's going to be, how can I work with you? And that's the whole point of this. You want to dumb it down to not all of these flashy marketing and ways to get attention and everything along those lines. You just want to dumb it down to basically like a few short sentences just to explain what you guys do. And with that, it's supposed to be so powerful that you have people that says, yes, I want to work with you, just by reading those few lines. So we have some examples here. Because we primarily work with accountants and we build our entire business around this, I'm going to use ourselves as an example just to show you how we created this for ourselves and why it is working so great. So first of all, in our example for creating your offer, we have our clearly defined current situation and desired situation. So the current situation for the accountants that we're working with is, they're struggling with marketing and sales. They end up with bad clients. They have bad clients. They don't give the deliverables on time. They don't pay on time. All of those sort of things. They're extremely overworked because, the pricing and all of that is wrong. And there's a bunch of other reasons, but a lot of accountants really feel overworked, doing so much work for so little pay. And that ties in with also not making enough profits. So profitability is also a very big problem with accounting practices or with accountants. So then the desired situation would be, getting a consistent stream of their ideal clients, reducing the workload and increasing profitability. That is the ideal situation for them at this very moment, and it's going to solve most of those. So now that we have those clearly defined, we have those, now we want to position our offer. Now this was basically one of our first offers, and you should realize that this is not specifically what we're doing at this very moment. Sure, I can share this with you, otherwise everybody's just going to know exactly what we're doing. So realize that this is one of our older offers, but it worked extremely well. So what our offer said was, we help overworked accountants that's struggling with marketing and sales to get a consistent stream of their ideal clients while reducing workload and increasing profits. Then we do this with a 4-month consulting or coaching program that takes you through our proven process to scale up a accounting practice with ideal clients without overworking and overstressing. So that was our offer, and you'll see it's a little bit more lengthy. It's because the offer is not the marketing message. So you need to understand that there's a clear basically line you draw between those. Your offer is what your services entail, what you want to accomplish. You want to position that as the bridge or the guide, but the marketing message is the more dumbed down version that's just going to go and create interested prospects. So that was our offer, and I'm going to show you how that ties in with the marketing message now as well. So first, before we go to the marketing message, you should realize that the reason why we are doing this, positioning ourselves as the bridge or as the guide between their current and desired situations, is because, it is grounded in the human tendency to being the hero in their own story. Now, what I mean about this is you don't want someone to just come and take over your life and do absolutely everything for you. Now, we have a passion for doing something ourselves. We have certain goals that we want to reach. We have certain problems that we want to solve. And yes, it's nice if someone comes in and solves our problems, but it's even better if they can just, guide us on our way to success, or guide us on our way to, the end of our story where we are successful in our desired or ideal situation. That's what we want. We want to feel that sense of accomplishment getting there. We don't want someone to just get us there immediately. Like, that's why so many people that wins the lotto, for example, are not happy and just spends all the money and end up poor again. So it's all about, going on that journey, but we would love help on the way. This is your guides. So you can even take this and you can see it in every single form of storytelling or movies and all of those sort of forms of storytelling. It's always the basic same structure, and this is what we want to base our marketing message around as well. So let me just give you that basic structure of storytelling. All of the movies, most of them basically go through this structure, and it's quite simple when you first hear it. It's like, oh yes, every single movie I've ever watched basically have this structure. So the structure for most stories is going to be a character or a hero has a problem and meets a guide. So first of all, it's the character, the guide, and he has a problem. Now, any story that doesn't have a problem or anything like that is going to be extremely boring, because it's just going to be just life. So there needs to be something that happens. There needs to be some sort of problem or challenge that they need to face and go through. And because they have this problem, they are going to search for or just going to find a guide. Now, this is going to be someone that's going to help them on their path. So this guide is going to give them a plan and call them to action. It's going to say, okay, you need to go and solve this problem. You're going to need to face this dragon. You need to go, face this challenge. This is going to be the plan, the roadmap to get there. And, go do this. Go do this right now. And it's going to call them to action. Now, the next part is going to be, okay, great, this guide is going to be accompanying the hero and ensure that they, avoid failure and end up in success. Now, with your marketing and message, like I said, you want to be that guide. You don't want to be the hero, because there can only be one hero in a story that has this singular structure. You don't want to come in and say, I'm just going to do everything for you. You want to be the accompanying guide that's going to help them on the path. You want to be that bridge between the two situations, if you're following what I'm saying. So now that you understand that that's the structure, and you think about the stories that you've watched and so forth, it's all of them follow the same structure. That's why the marketing message is so effective. So this is what we're going to come up with. So our example here is, if you're thinking about our offer that we already have, the marketing message is going to be something along these lines. So, most accountants struggle with marketing and sales, and they end up overworked, having to take on bad clients that make their life miserable, while we specialize in helping accountants to get a consistent stream of their ideal clients while reducing workload and increasing profits. So just do sentences. Just do sentences. You know exactly what we do. You know exactly who we help, how we help them, what sort of situation they are in, what sort of situation they're going to. So we can even go one step further and just analyze this message, that you can see exactly how this ties in with that story structure. So the first thing is, well, I said, is a character or a hero. Well, in this situation, we are putting the accountant as that specific character. They have a problem. What's the problem? Well, they're struggling with marketing and sales. They're struggling with marketing and sales, and that entire story of they end up overworked, they end up with having bad clients, they end up miserable, all of those sort of things. That's their problems. That's their current situation that they're going through. And then the next thing is going to be, okay, they meet a guide. So this is going to be us. This is where we introduce ourselves, where we say, well, we specialize in helping accountants. So by this, we imply we are the guide, we are the person that's going to take them from point A to B. And the next thing is going to be, okay, give them a plan. Now this is going to be, okay, we want to get a consistent stream of their ideal clients. Because if we get a consistent stream of ideal clients, it solves all of the other problems. And it calls them to action. Now the call to action is not in the message itself. Think about if I put this message on my website, just below this message is going to be a call to action. It's going to say, no, schedule a free strategy session right now. If it's going to be in advertisements on Facebook and so forth, it's going to be, click on the button below to schedule a call. It's going to be that call to action of, take some action now. If this is you want to reach that specific desired situation, go and take some action. We're going to call them to action as well. Then finally, the guide plans, the guide's plan, and basically the guide himself helps them avoid failure and end up in success. This is the service delivery. This is what we are going to do. This is what is implied with us, guiding them along the way. So this is going to be us delivering our value, delivering our service to them. So now you see the two different parts of the offer and the marketing message. Marketing message, a lot shorter, extremely powerful. The whole idea is to create interested prospects. The offer is more in the sense of it's more conversational. It's more on selling someone over the phone. So you created the interested prospect. They saw this message. They took the action. They scheduled a call with you. And now on that call, you want to, give them your offer. Now, your offer is going to be, explaining a little bit more detail, giving a little bit more of a conversation, just enough that they are interested in, finding out exactly what's else. So it's not going to give them all 20 things that we're going to do. It's going to give them a broad, high-level view of what the offer entails. And if there's anything that they want more information on, they can ask you over the phone. Like, okay, so how did this work? And what's going to be the first step? And how are we going to do this? Or, how does payments work? And anything along those lines, any objections, all of that can be handled on the phone. But you don't want to give this massive pitch. You just want to give just enough that they understand exactly what you want to achieve. And they can ask the questions that's going to paint the picture a lot clearer in their own mind. So this was all about, your offer and your marketing message. And with this, if you did the first video's work and you went out, you did the research, all of that, now this message, you take this information, you create your offer, you create your marketing message. With this alone, you can go and get clients online. No jokes, you can go send your marketing message to a bunch of people, call them to action, to schedule a call with you, and you can do this a few hundred times. You are definitely going to get clients if you did the research and you send those to your specific niche. It's going to work. Now, what's going to happen in the next couple of videos is just to whatever you're doing online to make everything just a lot more effective. Because this is going to work. You don't even need a website. You don't need anything else. Just this. You can send people messages over Facebook, LinkedIn, email, all of those sort of things. It's going to work. It's just not that effective. So there's a bunch of places where people are not ready to make a decision. All of those things, or they don't want to schedule a call now. They don't know. They don't want to take action right now. They just want to first build a little bit more trust and credibility. And that's where the next phases are going to come in. So our next video is going to be on, creating something of value for your specific niche or target market. It's called a lead magnet, that if they are not ready to make that first decision to work with you, it's going to be, okay, let us give you something of value to build some trust, build some credibility, that you can maybe make a decision to work with us on a later stage. So just making what you're doing now a little bit more effective. So thank you, everybody. Just remember, This is, again, we're doing this for our promotional stage this week. It's all about, creating a little bit more excitement, providing a lot of value to promote our 40K in 4 weeks workshop. This workshop is specifically for accountants to launch our new community platform to create the perfect conditions for accounting practice growth. In this workshop, we're going to see how many clients that we can sign up for you, going through our proven process to see, can we lift your accounting practice by 40,000 within 4 weeks. Not everybody is going to achieve this. It's going to be a lot of hard work, but I can tell you now it's going to be a lot of fun, and your eyes are going to open for how powerful the internet is and how social media is and all of this online marketing. We're going to take you through all of this and see how much success that we can create for you in only 1 month's time. So thank you, everybody, and I'll see you in our next video tomorrow, and enjoy the rest of your day.